According to the Wall Street Journal, Elon Musk has been in regular contact with the Russian President Vladimir Putin since 2022, according to the Journal. News, if true, opens the door to a number of questions, including what have they been talking about and his security clearance. For example, the NASA administrator, the head of NASA, Bill Nelson, one person raising that question now, saying that if true, quote, I think it should be investigated. He goes on to say that would be concerning, particularly for NASA, for the Department of Defense, for some of the intelligence agencies. All right, Mick. So again, this is a report from the Wall Street Journal. No one in Washington's really talking about this. But what about the idea that one person can be so important that maybe, just maybe, they get to play by a potential different set of rules?
Yeah, with the preface that there's still a lot of questions about this story. Yes, it's the Wall Street Journal, so I give it a lot more credibility than I would say the Washington Post on an issue because of Elon Musk's political activity. But let's assume for sake of this discussion, the story is accurate or near accurate. Your question is, do important people get treated differently? Generally speaking in life, yes, they do. I mean, we'd be naive to say it doesn't happen if the rich and the powerful don't get treated differently, generally speaking. Different story on national security. No, there's not a separate set of rules for Elon Musk. I don't care how important Starlink is. I don't care how important the rocket programs are. There's just no way you can rely on simple trust when it comes to national security. Keep in mind, Musk has a very high level of security clearance. I don't know what it is, but he said it was top secret. That's fairly high up there. If he's got that type of material or it's access to that, you can't have him talking to our chief adversary. So if it's true, this could be a very, very serious thing, and you might start to see some change in behavior by Mr. Musk.
Mick, this was his response on his platform, X. Someone said, well, this swamps Trump as Hitler didn't work. Might as well give Elon as a Russian agent a whirl. And he responded to that with some emojis there, as you can see. This does come as he's hit the campaign trail, but it also for Donald Trump. But it also comes as there are real questions about, does one person have too much power?
Yeah, and listen, the politics of this, you'd be naive to ignore it. We're at 10 or 11 days from an election. Might this be a story that somebody in the Democrat administration is pushing to the Wall Street Journal? Yes, there's a real chance for that. Bill Nelson, a nice guy, I admire him, a former Democrat senator, a member of the Democrat cabinet. NASA is not an independent position. It's appointed by the president, so he's a political appointee. Could be a lot of politics here. But to the general issue, would this be a problem? If it is true, the answer is yes. You cannot have folks with this type of clearance having these types of conversations. There's a reason we have official channels. We have a president. We have a Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State. You don't let private citizens do this kind of stuff, generally speaking.
All right. Mick Mulvaney, former Trump White House Chief of Staff, NewsNation contributor. Have a great weekend, sir. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.